Gets the ball in and the game is on, and the first cut is caught by Declan Finnegan. Declan flicks it out to the far side of the field, and it's kicked on in there by Only Duffy, but that's going to go, no, it's full forward Andrew Gannon. He gets it back in, but it's cut out by the full back. It comes out there to Kieran Burns. Kieran picks it up, goes to solo, gets his clearance up into the middle of the field to Shane Martin. Shane right footed and long up into the corner. That's James Hand, and the Carrick cornerback there, Paul Conlon, brother of former county footballer John, who's presently in Australia, but they will Carrick hope to see him back shortly. Nice bright evening here in Annamullen, and Declan Finnegan with this kick. Declan sends it very long and very high in towards the full forward line. That's towards Simon Ward. Simon doesn't get to it. It flicks it on towards Gavin McMahon. The ball has gone to the left and the ball has gone wide, and it'll be the Mcloone goalkeeper, Jack Farnon, or maybe the fullback Ronan McDermott with the kick out. Quite a large crowd here tonight for this under 15 final, and it's not the first time these two teams have met, and I doubt it'll be the last. So it's the fullback, it's Ronan McDermott with this kick out. Please forgive me now if I miss some of the names, I'm just not totally familiar with the Mcloone lads. It comes over the side of the field towards Daniel Riley. It's not held by Gavin McMahon. Daniel Riley gets it. He tries to get it up to this side of the field, but he's blocked there. He gets it a second time. He gets his kick, it's high, over towards the far side of the field between James Ward and Stephen Bylan, but this time it's Paul Byrne who gets it. James Ward now has it. James left footed up towards the centre into number 9, that's John Dugan. John O'Dugan they call him. That's the right half back, Mark McNally. Mark, the ball knocked away from him, comes to Paul Conlon. Paul playing at left corner back, makes a bit of room for himself, clears it right footed up towards Jonathan Gannon, but it's well taken by the centre half back Gary McMahon, who goes in a charging run, tries to solo through left footed, still going on a great run, takes a shot right footed, and that's the opening score of the game. A great score there from centre half back Gary McMahon. He came out well, took the ball and punished Carrick with a good score. A very good score there from Gary McMahon. And the kick out to be taken now by Sean Downey at full back, son of one of the Carrick mentors, Mark, whose brother also Mark lines out corner forward. So the opening score there now for Mcloone from Gary McMahon. Sean Downey with the kick out, plays it over towards the side of the field. It breaks, it's caught again by number 9, John O'Dugan. John right footed up into the corner. Barry McNally chasing towards that, being chased by Thomas McGuinness and Gavin Dugan. Barry solo in the corner, maybe not the best thing to do. Calmly enough, gets it out to Sean Downey at full back. Sean sends it long, but Daniel Riley looks to collect that and does collect it well. Being tackled there by Owen Duffy. Daniel gets his kick over the far side of the field, over towards Paul Byrne, or James Hannon. He goes to cut inside, he's still going, being chased by Paul Connolly. He gets his pass back out towards Shane Martin. Shane takes his kick right foot up, but this one just goes to the right and wide. So the early exchanges, it's Mcloone who are on top at the moment. 3.5 minutes gone in the game. A very good score to open the scoring there for Mcloone from centre half back Gary McMahon, and if that's going to be a sign of surging runs, Carrick would want to watch out from, because that was a hell of a run through the middle there from Gary McMahon. So Sean Downey with this kick out from the small square, he kicks it over towards the far side of the field. It passes everybody and goes into the hand of Gary Clark. Gary sends it up into the corner towards Mark Downey. Mark Downey doesn't hold on to that. The corner back, Paul Clark has it. Paul gets it out to the number 7, that's Kieran Burns. Kieran gets it up the same wing, just into the hands of the waiting Stephen Bylan. Stephen gets his kick in towards the Mark Riley. Mark doesn't get his hands, so his second chance, he's pushing the back, and the referee says that's a free in. So Gavin McMahon to take this kick. Gavin, wearing number 12, has been kicking quite actively for Carrick. It may be just out of his range, I'm not 100% sure. We'll know in less than a minute. Here comes Gavin's kick. It's high. It comes out the top of the crossbar out towards Simon Ward. He doesn't get it. It breaks out to Only Duffy. The referee says he had his jersey pulled and he gives a free in, so this time the kick's going to be taken by Declan Finnegan. No, Gavin's going to have another go at it. He was just unlucky there, come off the crossbar. He had the accuracy, he had the height, but just not the extra couple of inches. So he gets a second chance at it now. Right footed again from Gavin. It's high, and this time Gavin levels the score for that foul there on Only Duffy, so it's 1 point apiece. Gavin McMahon there, better known to his teammates as Chicken. So it's Ronan McDermott with the kick out once again. Ronan, a big man there at centre half back, some Well, there's a queer mixture of men out there. There's some very tall on the 15s and some, well, we'll put them on the small side, but they're all part of the team that's out there and part of the men that's providing the entertainment. So it's Ronan with the kick out. Not the best when he's ever kicked, but it's caught there by Gary McMahon. Gary, a strong clearance up towards the corner forward, up towards James Hand and Paul Conlon. James flicks it on very well. Stephen Bylan read that the best. He gets it up. Being tackled there by Paul Byrne and fouled. Very well done there by James Hand. He was unlucky not to get the next ball as it came. Very high ball there, straight into the hands of Gary McMahon. This guy is strong at centre half back. It's Shane Martin. Shane soloing through, just doesn't hold on to it. Declan Finnegan gets back to him. Shane gets his kick in towards the full forward. There's a whole lot of them go for it there. Sean Downey wins it, gets it up, clears it the left footer out, but it's only as far as Shane Martin again. Shane gets his kick into the full forward. This time it's Barry McNally who cuts it out. Barry coming soloing out, is fouling the way out. And some strong players there from Mcloone around the middle. Shane Martin and Gary McMahon showing their strength early in the game. So, with just 6 minutes gone, it's 1 point apiece. Low scoring yet, but as I say, it's early days yet and anything can happen. Sean Downey with this kick out. He'll send it high up the middle, that he does. Over towards Gary Clark. There's a push in the back there. Gary won it anyhow and he gives it to Declan Finnegan. Declan peppers it in towards the full forward. And it's the corner back comes out, takes it well. He's fouled on the way out, and Con Cooney does well. He was out first and got the ball. He got his free. Referee 100% correct with that. Gary McMahon with this kick. Gary straight up the middle. It comes up between, it's the fastest man to it. Stephen Bylan does well. The referee gives him a free. Probably lucky enough there, Stephen. He was unlucky there, Gavin Dugan coming out that fall. I don't know of any relation to John O'Dugan. Sean Downey with the kick out. He drop kicks it. It's very, very high up towards Daniel O'Reilly. Daniel doing very well there at right half back. There's 2 or 3 he's won. He gets his, he doesn't. He's blocked there by Owen Duffy. Mark McNally has it. Mark fouled there just as he was going through, and Declan Finnegan just got in there to put his mark on things. Unnecessary. No need for a Declan. He's going to send this in again. It's attacked again towards the full forward line. This time it bounces over them all, and it's the full back Ronan McDermott, and Roland's happy enough to let that one go wide. He's not. It's stopped by Simon Ward, and it's gone out. Well, it's gone out for, I don't know whether it's a 50 or a wide. The umpire just wasn't 100% sure. He signalled a 50, then he signalled wide, but the referee was close enough, and he's happy enough to say that it's wide. It probably was out there before Simon Ward got to it. Carrick have switched straight away in the game. They've put Simon Ward to full forward and Jonathan Gannon to centre half forward. The kick out from Ronan McDermott with the far side of the field over towards Kieran Burns. Oh, very well taken by Kieran Burns. He gets his kick in towards John O'Dugan. The ball goes out over the sideline, and a line ball. Very well held there by the wing half back Kieran Burns, who lines out a right half back even though he's wearing number 7. Declan Finnegan. Once again, it's another high ball into the full forward line. And once again, it's Daniel O'Reilly. He's having a great game at wing half back here, but he doesn't get a great clearance in that time. The tactic of the high ball in towards Gavin and this big man, it doesn't seem to be working. He's a very strong player, Daniel Riley. So it's Declan Finnegan with the kick again. This one's in low. It breaks to, nobody has it at the moment. Gary Clark gets it at the second attempt. Gary being tackled, looking to get his kick in. Another great block by Kieran Burns. The kick, a very high kick up towards James Ward. James gets out in front to Stephen Bylan, wins that ball well, left footed, gets a solo, he gets round, he's making a bit of room for himself. He kicks up between Mark McNally and Brendan Martin. It breaks down. It's well won by the full forward Thomas McGuinness. He's a long way out. He's fouled there needlessly by Stephen Bylan. He leaves it to Shane Martin, who's going to take this kick. Shane sends it in low to the far side of the field there. It's well taken by Paul Conlon. He beats James Hand at that one. He gets his clearance away towards Declan Finnegan, but James Hand wins it at the second attempt. Gets it up well, left footed in towards the number 10. That's Paul Byrne. Or Kieran Byrne. Paul Byrne, yes. Paul is high. It's not the best ball he ever played, but it's still, he still has the second chance, and he still has it, has he? Pulled in there by Stephen Bylan, and out over the sideline. So after 9 minutes of play, it's still 1 point to Mcloone and 1 point to Carrick Macross. A free from Gavin McMahon and a great score from Gary McMahon. 2 McMahons, I don't believe they're related, but they both got the scores. That ball's low, it's in towards James Hand. James gets his kick, a good kick left footed, and this one goes over the bar, and that's the leading score for Mcloone from James Hand. No nonsense, got down, picked it up, turned round and sent it straight over the bar, and Mcloone go into a 2 points to 1 lead after 9.5 minutes. The Manamullen pitch in immaculate condition here tonight. The sun shining down, a shadow falling from the stand here. Conditions really good for a good game of football. Sean Downey with the kick out. It's high up into the middle. James Hand, Stephen Bylan, they're all up. Stephen Bylan gets a fist to it. Who's going to get to that? Daniel, it's Shane Martin. Shane sends it over the far side of the field between Timmy Lanigan and Paul Byrne. The ball goes out over the sideline and the linesman over there. The linesman flagged it, but the ball wasn't out, and I think maybe it was an error, and the referee says it's a free to Mcloone either way. It's going to be taken by Shane Martin. Mcloone just showing a bit of dominance here at the moment. Shane exactly in the halfway line. He kicks it in towards his full forward. Mark McNally gets out towards that, but it breaks as far as James Hand. James seems to know where the posts are, but this time maybe I spoke too soon, and Ronan Kieran put his hand out. I think he was deciding to let go, but put his hand out and he gives away the 45 metre free. A bit foolish there from Ronan. James Hand winning a couple of balls there now in front of Stephen Bylan and getting a couple of kicks in. The kick to be taken now by I think it's Shane Martin going to kick this. Shane playing well in the middle of the field for Mcloone. Bubba, I think the boys are calling him. Appears to be his nickname. Wherever he got that name from, we don't know, but it's Shane with the kick. He goes to take a shot. No, it's a good. He gets it in. It breaks to James Hand again, or James Ward again. James left footed, and that one comes off the post. It breaks to Paul Conlon. Paul trying to find a man, doesn't hold on to it. He kicks it over the far side of the field towards Gary Clark. Gary collects that well, gives it out to Timmy Lanigan. Timmy left footed up the field towards Mark Downey, but that one's going to go out over the sideline and aimlessly out over the sideline, and Paul Clark will be only too happy to take that sideline kick. So Mcloone unlucky there, came off the post, and it's Kieran Burns with this kick. Being told by the referee to go back a bit, it just wasn't that far. Kieran, it's high into the middle, up between a number of men. Stephen Bylan goes up and collects that. Stephen sends it low over this time towards Gavin McMahon. Gavin gets it in front of Daniel O'Reilly this time. Goes to take Daniel on, kicks it left footed in towards Oney Duffy. Owen leaves it to Simon Ward. Simon trying to make room for himself, doesn't hold on to it. He gets it back out towards Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan left footed, well blocked there by Kieran Burns. It breaks to towards Daniel O'Reilly, but James Hand leaves it to Daniel O'Reilly, and Daniel will get this up. He's away again. That good strong footballer here. He's fouled in the process. The referee says no. He gets his kick out towards the far side of the field between Timmy Lanigan and Paul Byrne, and it's James Hand who gets his hand to it. No pun intended. James turns and he's fouled there by Timmy Lanigan. The referee says no. He's gone out over the line before he was fouled. Again, probably a bit unlucky, but Carrick won't complain about that. So it's Owen Duffy with the kick. Owen sends it in towards the corner, towards Gavin McMahon. Gavin has drifted across the far side of the field for the first time in the game. He's got away from from Daniel Riley. He gets his kick in, but this one goes to the left hand post and this one goes wide. So the score remains 2 points to Mcloone, 1 point to Carrick. 17 minutes still to go in the first half. A lot of football to be played. A nervy opening by both sides. I suppose that's to be accepted. Both teams probably at school together, been a bit of slagging and all getting ready to break for the exam. So no doubt in local derbies, local derbies, nobody likes to lose. So it's Ronan McDowell with the kick out. It'll come this side of the field. It's high up and towards the middle of the field. Shane Martin. Oh, a marvellous catch there from Shane Martin. He gets it right over the far side of the field towards Paul Byrne and Timmy Lanigan. Paul gets to that. He just doesn't get up at the first time of asking, but it's James Hand who gets it back to Paul. Oh, Paul cynically fouled there by Timmy Lanigan. He's playing well over the far side of the field there, Paul Byrne. And the referee is giving Timmy Lanigan a tongue to, and I think he's ticking him. And the personal foul being in, I think that's what he had to do. He had no other choice but to take the guy's name. It's in towards the corner, and there's Paul Byrne now. Paul left footed, takes his time, and that's a great score from... No, another one comes... Oh, that one's over the bar, yeah, that one's over the bar. Bit of confusion there for everybody, but it was a good score. Paul Byrne, he got his free, collected the ball from the free, turned and popped it over the bar. So it's 3 points to 1 now for Mcloone. And at the minute, there's no doubt Mcloone are in the ascendancy. Carrick really don't look dangerous on the attack at the moment, having to defend desperately. And this sort of midfield diamond of Ward, Martin, O'Dugan and McMahon for Mcloone, totally on top at the moment. 3 points to 1 for Mcloone. Sean Downey with the kick, tries to switch it to this side of the field. It comes to Gary McMahon. Breaks between Gary and Declan Finnegan. I think the referee will help that, yeah. Again, Gary McMahon doing well to get in for that. So it's between Declan Finnegan and Gary McMahon. Gary McMahon saying to John, you go in there. But Declan Finnegan had his hands in his back and give the free away. And Gary McMahon, very high in towards the full forward line. There was a push in the back there. It breaks to... It's well caught there by... Who's that? Timmy Lanigan, doing well. And no race with the kick. Sean Downey taking all these kicks from in there, being told by the referee to go back to from where the foul was committed. Sean, a long kick up the centre of the field again. It's Gary McMahon, breaks that down to Kieran Burns, playing well. He gets it all well taken up from Paul Byrne. Paul tries to sell the dummy, left footer. He gets it into the corner towards James Hand. James gets inside Paul Conlon, another left footer player. James cuts inside and foul. Again, Carrick giving away a lot of fouls. The quick free taken. It nearly worked for Mcloone and Stephen Boylan. He doesn't get his clearance away yet. It might just work out from yet. He gets it at the... No, he doesn't. And it breaks to James Hand. James with his left foot. He gets it back out towards Gavin Dugan. Gavin cutting inside, trying to make a room for himself. Hops himself to get another angle. Two hops, and the referee was right. A bit unlucky, Gavin, but he definitely was right, the referee. So, as I say, Carrick very nervy, dropping a lot of ball. Mcloone solid on the ball, beating their men and trying to get in for scores. So it's 3 points to 1. And this time it's Barry McNally with the kick. The referee calling over Carrick. It's Declan Finnegan there. I don't know what that's about. He's ticking Declan's number. Declan must have said something, or I don't know what it is, but the referee is ticking his name anyhow and having a word with him. A bit foolish from Declan. He'd be better. Sean, this time low, over towards Jonathan Gannon. John, the first time we've seen him in action, he gets his kick in towards Mark O'Reilly. Mark breaks it to Owen Duffy, but it's number 4 there, Con Cooney. The referee says there was a free given, or a foul given I should say, so Jonathan Gannon is going to get this. Jonathan has been quiet to date, with 16-17 minutes gone in the game, and just Jonathan's only second touch of the ball. He'd be one of Carrick's main players when on form. He's a long way out, probably asking a lot of himself to score this. But it's a great kick. It's an excellent kick actually. It's dropping in. It breaks to Daniel O'Reilly again. But this time Simon Moore gets out to it. Simon doesn't get it up. Gavin McMahon gets it. Just surrounded there by two Mcloone. Tries to get inside. Still going. Gets his kick in towards Simon Ward. Simon turns left-handed, or left-footed I should say. And unlucky for Simon, it goes over the right-hand post and wide. So it's 3 points to 1 in favour of Mcloone. 18 minutes gone in the game. And Ronan McDermott with the kick out. I suppose when you look at the number of kicks that Ronan's had to take as opposed to the number Sean Downey's had to take, you'll see who's been on top so far. So it's Ronan McDermott with the kick out again. 2 points in this game. Ronan kicks it up in the middle of the field. All the big clutter of men. It breaks to Declan Finnegan this time. Declan being tackled by Shane Martin and fouled by Gary McMahon. It was that time. It wasn't Shane Martin. And Declan leaves it there for Jonathan Gannon. A good effort from Jonathan, much further out than last time. Whether he can do it from closer in this time remains to be seen. Declan Finnegan goes and runs to try and take a man out, but Jonathan Gannon sends that all the way. That's a good score from Jonathan Gannon, and it's 3 points to 2 in favour of Mcloone. And it has to be said, 2 frees is all that Carrick have scored to date. So they're hanging in there, Carrick, without playing any great football. Mcloone at the moment are the better team out there. So Ronan McDermott with this kick. A tall man is Ronan. I've no doubt a number of these men were together on the high school team which were beaten in the under 16 final, Ulster final, so they know one another pretty well. They've probably been playing against others since they were under 12. Ronan McDowell with the kick up into the middle of the field. Out crowded midfield again. It breaks this time to Declan Finnegan. Declan gets his pass into Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan left footed. It's not the greatest ball. He goes for the wrong goal. It's the bigger goals you need to go to. And Simon Ward, well, he can't be given out for trying. He chased it. Declan Finnegan winning that ball, giving to Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan takes his kick, whether it was a shot or a pass, I don't know. He may have been better advised to carry it in and go for the score. However, that's done. It's gone now. And it's Ronan McDermott with the kick out once more. As the sun goes down, the shadow lanterns from the stand. Ronan's kick's not great. It goes as far as Simon Ward. Simon takes his shot. And Simon sends that wide. And nobody was near Simon. That's one you have to put down as a bad miss, Simon. So Ronan McDermott with the kick out again. Mcloone would be hoping for a better kick this time from Ronan. Just didn't get underneath that one. Here comes the kick again, and there's a better kick this time. Again, up towards a crowd of men. Declan Finnegan breaks it down, but it's going to be won there by Con Cooney. No, it's Simon Ward to Gavin McMahon. Gavin gets it up, getting more into the game. Gets his pass towards Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan being tackled there by Gary McMahon, and rather needlessly fouled by Gary. Gary was a bit reckless in his tackle. Gavin McMahon now getting the last couple of balls of Daniel Riley. Daniel, who started off very, very promisingly. So Jonathan Gannon now, kick from quite an awkward angle, a chance to equalise the scores. Might be asking just a bit much of Jonathan. Here he comes with the left-footed kick. It's gone to this side and it's gone wide. Well, I suppose we can't criticise. We've seen senior players doing the same. These guys, we must remember, they're still all under 15 years of age. They have a lot of football left to be played in their lives yet. So after 20 minutes of play with about 10 minutes left in the clock, it's Mcloone 3, Carrick 2, a low scoring first half. Hasn't really come to life yet, but you tend to find that in these games. It's usually midway through the second half when the excitement starts. So Ronan McDermott with the kick out again. Carrick getting on top there for the last couple of minutes, and the referee whistling. I don't know what the problem is. I think he just wanted to check that Paul Carrick and Mark Downey were outside the 21 or the 19 metre line. He's quite happy with that. The kick from Ronan over the far side of the field towards Kieran Burns and Gary Clark. Kieran's kick goes up. Oh, well held there by Paul Byrne. This guy has been impressive. He gets it up towards Sean Downey and the full forward, who is Thomas McGuinness. Thomas wins this one. A good kick into the corner and towards James Hand. James, this will suit him left footed. He's going to try and cut back out to make an angle for himself. Pushes Paul O'Connell aside, makes an excellent angle for himself and tips it over the bar. And at the moment, that's the difference in the two sides. When Mcloone get up the score, Carrick had a couple of chances there and didn't equalise it, so it goes to a 2-point game again. A good score there from James Hand. Got the ball, cut inside, drifted past Paul Conlon and tipped it nicely over the bar. So 4 points to 2 now in favour of Mcloone. And I would say any breeze that's in it, Carrick probably have it. It's hard to tell from ground level, but anyway, it's Sean Downey with the kick. It's a good kick over this side of the field between Declan Finnegan and breaks to Gavin McMahon. Gavin gets it into Declan Finnegan. Declan gets his kick in towards, that's the fullback, Ronan McDermott. Ronan, he plays it out towards Gary McMahon. Gary, a funny sort of a pass there, but it gets to Kieran Burns. Kieran, right footer on a solo run, gets his kick up again towards James Hand. This guy's playing well at corner forward. Gets his kick in low towards Thomas McGuinness. Thomas, solo run, trying to take on Sean Downey. He's well tackled there by Sean Downey, but he wins it at the second effort and right footed kick. But that one goes to the right post and wide. So Mcloone sending a lot of their attacks up the far side of the field through Kieran Burns and Paul Byrne and James Hand, and they're all winning a lot of the ball and causing a lot of trouble for Carrick on that side of the field. So the score remains 4 to Mcloone, 2 to Carrick. All the mentors up and down the line here, probably more excited than the players. Sean Downey with the kick. Sean, another good kick. He's been kicking the ball well, but this breaks to James Hand. James low into Thomas McGuinness. Thomas has room. He gets his kick in, and that goes over the bar. A good score. So another good score there from Mcloone. So 5 points to 2, and Mcloone now on top with 7 minutes of the first half still remaining. With still 3 points in it. Mcloone 5, Carrick Macross 2. And at the moment, Mcloone definitely on top and playing the better football. Carrick not really winning anything in the middle of the field. Declan Finnegan shouting at Sean Downey, but Sean, in fairness, his kickouts have been long and they've been very helpful, but they've just been coming back into him very quickly. Creates everybody across this time. Shane Martin Doesn't get to it. Been tackled by Owen Duffy, but he still gets it a second time pass. A good strong footprint and foul there by Simon Ward. Having a word with Simon, I think he's telling him I got the ball. Gets his kick over the side of the field, but Gavin McMahon beats Daniel Riley to this one. Gavin tries to send it in towards Simon Ward, and great speed there from Gary McMahon. Beats Jonathan Gannon to that and clears it on the ground left footed. That's only as far as only Duffy this time. Only trying to make a bit of room for himself. Gets his pass into Stephen Boylan. Stephen out to Timmy Lanigan. Tim sends it over the far side of the field. That's towards Mark Downey. Mark, the youngest one of the Carrick team, doesn't get to that. He's beaten by Paul Kirk. Paul over towards Paul Byrne. Paul now being marked by Mark McNally. That was a change in the Carrick team. Mark gets to this one. Breaks it to Paul Conlon. Paul trying to make a bit of room for himself. Gets his kick in low towards Gary Clark. Gary doesn't get that. Kieran Burns gets to it, and Kieran is fouled. And Shane Martin with the kick. Shane sends it over the side of the field towards James Ward. James left footed. Cuts back inside Stephen Boylan. Gets his kick in high in towards Thomas McGuinness. It breaks towards everybody. The free out there for a push in the back. And Barry McNally takes it quick over towards Gavin McMahon. The bounce beats Gavin. Daniel O'Reilly gets it. Daniel cuts back inside, gets his pass in towards James Ward. A bit of a high one from James that time. It breaks to Barry McNally. Barry foul on the way out. Barry wants to take the quick kick, but doesn't get a chance to take it. 5 minutes gone, or 5 minutes left I should say. 5 points to 2 in favour of Mcloone. Con Cooney gets his hand to it, holds on to it, beats Mark Riley to it. And the Carrick full forward line really haven't been at the races here, and I think that's the difference. The Mcloone full forward line are winning the ball and doing harm. The Carrick full forward line aren't. That one comes in. Sean Downey gets out to that first. Coming out from full back, trying to get a relieving clearance. He does very well over the far side of the field towards his brother Mark, but Mark doesn't hold on to that one. Paul Kirk gets to that. Mark Downey at the second time of asking, but Paul Kirk still favoured to get it. It breaks to Declan Finnegan. Declan should get that. He does. He hops it. Trying to break through the middle. Here he goes in a solo run. He gets his pass in, but it's just too big for Jonathan Gannon. But it's gathered by Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon in towards Simon Ward. Simon Ward a chance of a goal. And Simon Ward sticks it in the back of the net. So totally against the run of play. Carrick get a goal. Well finished. It has to be said by Simon Ward. Well finished. It was a good move. Declan Finnegan did well. Paul Byrne was Kieran Burns was unlucky not to win the ball the far side of the field. So in one stroke, Carrick get back level. Now can that be something to lift the Carrick men? Mcloone have been on top to date, but the sides are level. It's 1-2 to Carrick, 5 points to Mcloone. 3 minutes to half time. So Ronan McDermott with this kick out. He kicks it over the far side of the field. Who does that go to? Declan Finnegan. Will that give the Carrick man a lift? But no, it's Kieran Burns again. This time he's blocked by Gary Clark, but he gets it the second time of asking. As I say, Kieran has been playing well over there. Gets his kick in left footed. Up again towards Paul Byrne. Paul sells a lovely dummy to Mark McNally. Gets his kick up towards James Hand and Paul Conlon. This time Stephen Boylan comes across to read it well. Gets his pass back into Sean Downey. Sean trying to make room for himself. Does well. Clears it left footed up towards Jonathan. Gary Clark. He's an excellent fielder of the ball. He catches that. Look at the speed of this man going on a solo run. A great run from Gary Clark. Goes to make room. Soloing left footed. This is a fantastic run yet again. Unfortunately his right footed kick isn't a great one. But it was a marvellous catch and a marvellous run, it has to be said, from Gary. This time it breaks to James' hand. James has been dangerous on the ball. He gets his kick across. Barry McNally gets that. Barry clears it left footed towards Declan Finnegan. Declan holds on to that, but doesn't hold on to it, I should say. John O'Dugan has it. John again has been quiet enough today. Doesn't get his kick in. Declan Finnegan at the second time. He's fouled. And Declan battled away there, but that was great feeling by Gary McMahon and a great exciting run up towards Simon Ward. Simon gets that one, gets it in towards Gavin McMahon. Gavin into Mark O'Reilly. Mark hasn't been on the ball today. In towards Mark Downey. Mark takes a shot and another goal for Carrick. So Carrick suddenly get 2 goals out of nothing. Well moved by Carrick. A good move and well finished. It all came from the battling of Declan Finnegan. And after a marvellous run there by Gary McMahon, the ball was cleared. So with 2 minutes to go to half time, Carrick the 1-2 lead. 2 goals and 2 points to 5. Mcloone, who really were on top for most of the first half, now see themselves facing a 3-point deficit. But as I've said before, and I'll say 100 times, this is juvenile football. Anything can happen. Ronan McDermott with the kick out. It's a high hanging ball. Simon Ward. Simon now getting into the game. Doing well for Carrick. Left foot. That's not the best kick Simon ever kicked. Over towards Mark Downey and Paul Kirk. Mark gets to this one in front of Paul. turns, gets his kick in left-footed in towards Mark O'Reilly. The ball breaks to Simon Ward, but the referee says, Simon, you didn't put your toe underneath it. And in fairness to the referee, he was the nearest man to it. So it's a free out to Mcloone. Carrick 2-2, Mcloone 5 points. Carrick really, it has to be said, in fairness to them, they were down, they weren't playing well, came back, and had 2 good moves to finish the ball tonight. It has to be said in fairness to the Carrick lads. But Ronan McDermott with this kick out, a long way to go in this game. There's a minute to go to half time, and there's still 30 minutes to the second half to come. Ronan McDermott's kick up the far side of the field again. All the Mcloone ball, that seems to be their attacking wing. Mark McNally, who's been switched over there, gets to this one. He gets it up towards Mark Downey. Can Mark hold on to that? He does. Mark, the youngest man on the Carrick team, gets his kick in towards Gavin McMahon. Gavin in front of Gary Riley. Owes across to Simon Ward. He's on his own, and he gets his kick left-footed. He sends it over the bar. And Simon, who had a very inauspicious start, is now starting to get into the game, and that's 1-1 from Simon. Mcloone, it appears to be, their tactic appears to be to go up that far side of the field through Kieran Burns, Paul Byrne and James Hand. And that time Mark McNally cut out the attack, sent it back up. Mark Downey got it in towards Simon Ward, and Simon puts Carrick into the lead, and there's somebody down, just tying his lace. I thought it was somebody injured. It's somebody tying the lace. It's the last thing you want to see is any man getting injured. 2-3 to Carrick, 5 points to Mcloone. Coming up, approaching the half-time whistle. As I say, any wind there is in it, probably Carrick have it at the moment. There's a lot of men shouting in at these players, telling them what they should and what they shouldn't do. I don't know whether they were good footballers themselves in their day. That was a push in the back. Only Duffy with the kick. Leaves it down for Declan Finnegan. It could be one of the last attacks for Carrick. Declan plays it in towards Simon Ward. Simon now drifting out, giving Ronan McDermott a bit of a time, but I don't think that one's going to count. No, that goes right. He was right to have a go. It went to the right and wide. Tells the referee, my man tipped it, but the referee says he didn't, and the referee is the boss, it has to be said. So Carrick 2-3, Mcloone 5 points. I have a feeling that could be the last action of the first half. Ronan McDermott with this kick out. So a massive turnaround in the game. Mcloone, who were on top, Carrick turn around and 2 goals, and now go in, well, look like winning at half time with a 4-point lead. But as I say, juvenile football, anything but anything can yet happen. Ronan McDermott with the kick. The referee says that's it. Call that one right. So at half time it's Carrick 2-3, Mcloone 5 points. Same scores, but with goal counting for 3. Carrick have a 4-point lead. As I say, 30 minutes to go. A long way to go yet, and anything can happen yet.
Our thanks to Joe Hara for the commentary in the first half, and the referee now, young Prunty, is about to throw in the ball for the second half. The second half is on. The man that has the ball is Shane Martin. Shane Martin still has the ball. He's gone 10, 15, 20 yards off the ball, loses the ball. Has he gone too far? Picks the ball back up. Shane Martin looks at the post, takes a shot, and that is good, and that is a point for Mcloone. From the throw-in, Shane Martin held that ball and put the ball straight over the bar. Mcloone narrows that gap to 6 points to 2-3. Carrick still leading by them 3 points. As the Carrick pulled back, Sean Downey prepares to take this kick out. Plays the ball on the ground. Up Sean comes for the kick. Takes the kick out, but 35-40 yards from the post. The ball is still anyone's ball. There's a man on the ground, and the man that's on the ground is James Ward, and he is fouled. The referee says, and it's a free up the field, a free to Mcloone. It's Shane Martin with the ball, but 40 on the 45-metre line, takes a shot. The ball has gone in, it's a high ball, it's gone into the square. The ball is not, the ball is flicked to the back of the net, and that's a goal for Mcloone. I thought there might have been a square ball, but the umpires are all neutral, and the ball was flicked into the back of the Carrick net. That leaves this game all tied up in the first couple of minutes of the second half. And now we have a brilliant second half of this Clancy Cup final to be played. Again, Sean Downey taking the kick out for Carrick, but 50 yards out from the post. The Mcloone man goes up, he doesn't hold the ball, but the man that holds the ball is Owen Duffy for Carrick McCross. Owen Duffy passed the ball back up to Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon with the ball, and Gavin McMahon has been fouled. And it's a free ball, it's a short kick. It mightn't have been the 10 yards, but the ball is kicked further up the field by Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan ball in, and the ball has gone out over the line, and the ball has gone wide. The first wide for Carrick. The first attack for Carrick in the second half. Mcloone with 2 attacks and Mcloone with 2 scores. That's the man that kicks the ball out. Is Ronan McDermott. Ronan McDermott, the captain of the Mcloone team, out 40 yards from the Mcloone post. The ball is caught and it's in the Mark Downey. Mark Downey for Carrick McCross, and that's a bad miss for Mark Downey, and that's another wide for Carrick McCross. Mark Downey a wee bit off the mark. Under no pressure, there was no one on him, but the ball had gone wide to the delight of the Mcloone people. And once again, Ronan McDermott, the captain of the Mcloone team, placed the ball in a small square for the kick out. Ronan back behind the goals. Up he comes, takes a shot. The ball is kicked out, lands about 40 yards out. The ball's on the ground. At the moment, nobody has it. The ball is beaten on up, and the man with the ball, Shane Martin, he takes a kick back in here under his to Paul Byrne. Paul Byrne with the ball, but Paul Byrne has overplayed the ball, and that's a free to Carrick McCross. A free just on the 50-metre line. A free to Carrick McCross, but Paul Byrne has fouled the ball. And the man with the ball is Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan for Carrick McCross takes the kick. It's a good kick. It's in the one of his teammates. Back to Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan takes a kick, and that kick is gone heading for touch. The man that goes for it is Mark O'Reilly, and Mark O'Reilly fails to keep the ball in play, and the ball has gone out over the line for a line ball for the men in black. And the men in black is Mcloone. The man that had the ball was Con Cooney there, but he leaves that ball to Ronan McDermott. McDermott up the field on the 45-metre line. The man has the ball is Daniel Riley. Daniel Riley with the ball breaks away from his man. It's a good pass up the field, and it's into Brendan Martin. Brendan Martin back to Daniel Riley. He kicks the ball back in unders. The Carrick man has it. James Hand has it. The ball's on the ground, but the Carrick man has the better of it. He's Paul Connon. Paul Connon with the ball. Kicks it back up to one of his teammates. His number I can't see from here. Back in the Carrick McCross. He seems to be fouled. The referee gives advantage. The man with the ball is Gary Kirk. And Gary Kirk, his kick is blocked down, and it's a line ball here for Carrick McCross. Gary Kirk with the ball. Kicks the ball back on the field, and the man that has it is Simon Ward. Not Simon Ward, it's Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon with the ball, and Jonathan Gannon has been fouled, and it's a free in for Mcloone. It's about 21, 22 yards out from the Mcloone posts. And it's Gavin McMahon for Carrick McCross to kick this free. Up he comes, he looks at the post, and Gavin takes a shot. It seems to be curling, but has it gone out over the line? It's not. It's kept in play, but the referee has signalled that the ball had gone out over the line, and it's a kick out for Mcloone. It's not a kick out, it's a free out for Mcloone. The referee's seen something we didn't see. The man with the ball is Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy kicks the ball back up the field. It's into Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon back in the field. It's danger for Mcloone here, but the man with the ball is Simon Ward. Simon Ward is knocked off the ball, and the referee says to Mcloone, you have foul, and foul in front of the post, and it's a free in for Carrick McCross on the 13-metre line. Gavin McMahon, the Carrick McCross player, to take this kick, 13-metre line, and over the bar it is. The first score of the second half for Carrick McCross, and a good score right in front of the post. The score, Carrick McCross 2 goals and 4 points, Mcloone 1-6. Carrick McCross lead by 1 point as Ronan McDermott, the captain of the Mcloone team, prepares to stick kick out. The kick out lands on the 45-metre line. The hands go up, but the man with the ball is the hands of Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy has been fouled there, and quite rightly the referee has given a free to Owen and to Carrick McCross. He looks Owen for his teammate. His teammate has the ball. His teammate is Gary Kirk. Gary Kirk with the ball as he overplayed the ball. Knows that the referee. The ball is kicked in, but young O'Reilly has the ball. He's coming out with the ball, and the referee says you've been foul. And the referee, I must say, is having a great game here today. He is very fair to both teams. There's a push in the back there by young Ward, and the referee, as I commented on the referee a minute ago, he's seen it, and it's a free in to Carrick McCross. Gavin McMahon with the ball, kicks the ball in about 30 metres out from the Mcloone post. The ball is up, but the man with the ball is from Carrick McCross. He's Simon Ward, and Simon Ward has been fouled. It's not Simon Ward, it's Jonathan Gannon, and Jonathan has been fouled, and it's a free in to Carrick McCross. It's about 30 metres out from the Mcloone post. No wind, no sun. And the ball about to be kicked out. It's kicked in and it's gone in with the square. Is it in the back of the net? It's in the back of the net, and the referee has signalled that the ball is a square ball and the goal has been disallowed. I don't think the umpire had any say on that. The referee was on the spot there and he has disallowed the goal for Carrick Macross. The score still remains. Carrick Macross 2 goals 4 points. Mcloone 1 goal and 6 points. Carrick Macross lead by 1 point. The ball comes out here in onerous to Kieran Burns. Kieran Burns with the ball. Kicks the ball back up the field. 40 yards out from the Carrick Macross goals, but the man with the ball from Carrick Macross kicked it back down the field, but Carrick Macross are pressing. The man with the ball is Stephen Ward. Stephen Ward passed the ball back in. Jonathan Gannon passed the ball back in to McMahon. McMahon's ball is caught and well held by young Dugan, and he kicks the ball back out in here under us, and the man has it, Stephen Boylan with the ball. Stephen Boylan passed the ball back in to Mark Downey, the son of Mark Downey Senior, and Mark still with the ball, trying to get rid of the ball. He passed the ball back into Gary Clark, and Gary Clark loses that ball and it's out in the hands of the Mcloone man. 2 Carrick Macross man, 1 Mcloone man, but the man with the ball is Paul Byrne. Paul Byrne takes this kick, it's gone out very zero line, but James Hand is going for it. Young Dugan's going for it, but the man that put it out was Thomas McGuinness, and it's a line ball to Carrick Macross. Carrick Macross playing very quick football of his, and Owen Duffy with the ball. Owen Duffy here right in front of us here, back in there, so should have been a free, but the referee says play is on. The ball has gone very near the line. The Mcloone man has been fouled. The Mcloone man in here is Kieran Burns. Kieran Burns has given the ball back to Shane Martin, and Shane Martin right beside the camera and kicks the ball back up the field, 30 yards, 40 yards out from the Mcloone post, but Carrick come again. This is one great game of football, this Clancy Cup final. Carrick Macross, the ball's on the ground, the ball has gone out over the line right here beside the camera, and it's a line ball for Carrick Macross, the man to put that ball out to Shane Martin. But quite rightly the referee has told him to go back to where the ball went out over the line. The man has the ball is Declan Finnegan for Carrick Macross on the 45-metre line, takes the kick, it goes straight into John O'Dugan has been fouled. The referee says no, the referee says yes, and it's a free up the field for Mcloone. About 9 minutes gone in the second half. The score, 2 goals and 4 points for Carrick Macross, 1 goal and 6 points from Mcloone. As I speak, the ball is not a good one, it's very near the line. The man with the ball is from Carrick Macross, he's Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan has been fouled, and it's a free to Carrick Macross. There's an injury here to a Mcloone man, and that man is John O'Dugan. And if Mcloone were to lose him through an injury, it'd be a very, very big blow. It's not a Shane Martin. And Shane, I think, injured his arm there as he was going for the ball. There was nothing else involved. He was just going for the ball and he got caught up. Declan Finnegan from Carrick Macross with the kick on the 45-metre line. Declan comes up, he takes his kick. It's gone very, very, very far from the post. He has gained very, very little advantage. Con Cooney has the ball, but Con Cooney has been deemed to push the Carrick Macross player, and once again it's another free for Carrick Macross. I must say Mcloone is guilty of a lot of frees in this second half. A lot of fouls against them. Carrick Macross on the 30-metre line, away to the left of the post, and up the man comes. He takes his kick. It does look good. It's not good because the umpire has signalled the ball to gone wide. It had the distance, but it hadn't the accuracy. About 11 and a half minutes gone in the second half, as young Ronan McDermott, the full back for Mcloone, places the ball on the edge of the square for the kick out in this Clancy Cup final. Our thanks once again to Joe O'Hara for commentary in the first half of this game. As Ronan comes up, takes the kick out. The kick out lands, they're all landing about 45 yards out, but the man with the ball is Daniel Riley. Daniel Riley has been fouled, and the referee says it's a free, and that free is for Mcloone. The man to kick it up the field here, 40 yards out from the Carrick Macross post, but the man with the ball from Carrick Macross takes the kick back up the centre of the field and good high field by Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy trying to place a man. Owen Duffy does place a man, but the man doesn't want the ball because the man is going away with the ball is Gary McMahon. Gary McMahon takes a kick. Gary McMahon sends Mcloone up the field, and the man with the ball is now James Ward. James Ward takes a shot, and James Ward sends that ball. No, James Ward has sent that ball over the bar, but the referee had seen something there, and it's a free in for Mcloone. Maybe advantage would have been better, but referee is doing one hell of a job here. When a free's a free, it's a free. And the man with the ball is James Ward from Mcloone. James Ward takes a kick, and James Ward sends that ball over the bar to tie this game up once again. Two 4, 10 points to Carrick Macross, 1-7, 10 points to Mcloone. As Sean Downey, the Carrick Macross full back, to take this kick out from the 19-metre line. Up, Sean comes. The ball comes out 50 yards out from the post, but the Mcloone man has it, and he's John O'Dugan from Tomiski up at the upper end of Mcloone. Thomas McGuinness has it. Thomas McGuinness passed this ball back in there. Diddlan did that now with the ball, gaining nothing, but the ball has gone into the Carrick Macross backs, the Mcloone forward, but the Carrick Macross back has it, and he kicks that ball back out the field, and the man going for the ball is Kieran Burns. Kieran Burns has the ball, pass the ball back on to James Hand. It's too high for James Hand, and there's a man there on the ground. The Carrick Macross has the ball. There's Menemy way. I can't see who has the ball, but the ball is coming out. It's coming out for Carrick Macross, but the ball has gone out, and it's a Carrick Macross ball because I think Kieran Burns had put that ball out over the line, but no, the referee has overruled the linesman and said it's a line ball for Mcloone. I think they got away with that one. The man with the ball is Thomas McGuinness. Thomas McGuinness with the ball, trying to get by his man. Thomas McGuinness kicks that ball back in. It's dangerous. The goalkeeper has it, but the goalkeeper under pressure kicks the ball back out the field. The man with the ball is from Carrick Macross. His number I can't see from here, but the ball has gone out, and it's into the hands of Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon with the ball, beautiful ball, but it's not for the man if you're from Carrick Macross. It's a beautiful ball for a Mcloone man. Young Riley kicks the ball back in, but there's great feeling. There's great feeling from the Carrick Macross full back. Sean Downey, and Sean Downey under pressure kicks the ball back out. It's gone into John O'Dugan and the Carrick Macross centre field man, but John O'Dugan has the ball, and John O kicks the ball back in. It's in the Young Ward in front of the post and takes a shot, and that is gone to the right of the post and gone in wide. That was a bad miss from about 13 metres out by James Ward, but Carrick Macross it misses up there in the first half, and Mcloone had the first wide of the game in the second half, and the man with the ball is Sean Downey from Carrick Macross. 15 minutes gone, 15 minutes to go, halfway through the game, and this game is all tied up. What is the betting that this game won't still end up and the 30 minutes on a draw? The ball kicked out, the two boys go for it, but the man with the ball is Timmy Loughlin. Timmy Loughlin from Carrick Macross. Timmy up the field, back to another Carrick Macross man. His number I can't see from here, but he has the ball, and he kicks the ball back in to Jonathan Gannett. Jonathan playing a good game here, but it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 6 for Mcloone, Gary McMahon, and it's a free up the field for Mcloone. Thomas McDermott, would you leave the way of the camera, please? A free for Mcloone on the Carrick Macross 45-metre line, and Ronan McDermott takes a quick free. The quick free is taken. The Carrick Macross man blocks it down. The ball is kicked in here under it, and the man with the ball, he is Paul Byrne. Paul Byrne shows the hand, toes the hand, two Carrick Macross men out, and Paul Byrne has the ball. He's going away from the post. He kicks the shot. The shot doesn't look good because the shot has gone to the left of the post and gone wide. Another wide for Mcloone. The two selectors over the Carrick Macross team, the mentors are Mark Downey and Gerald O'Reilly. I have a picture of Mark Downey's away out in the field. I think he was playing. And the selectors in Mcloone is John Farnan, Katrina McGurk, Michael Kirk and Thomas McDermott and Jerry Jones. As we followed the play. The play, a ball kicked out. It wasn't a good ball. Carrick Macross man under pressure, and Carrick Macross come out with the ball about 30 yards from their own post. He still has the ball. He kicks the ball up to the centre of the field, and Simon Ward has the ball. He's on the ground. Has he touched the ball on the ground? The referee says Simon says Well, it's all the same what Simon says, but it's what the referee says. And young McDermott with the ball, but young McDermott says back to Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy gets a wee tip in the mouth. The referee says play on. Owen Duffy's still feeling that blow, but again the man with the ball is Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan has the ball. He kicks it by to Martin, but once again young O'Reilly has the ball, and Daniel O'Reilly kicked the ball up. It's high, didn't gain much, but the man has the ball is number 8, Shane Martin. Shane Martin from Mcloone kicks the ball up the field, and this is from where the ball landed. There must have been retaliation after that ball was kicked. Quite gracefully the referee seen it, and I must say the referee is doing a great job in this cup final here in Annamullen. The man with the ball is James Ward, the son of Peter Ward. Great footballer back in the 60s for Mcloone. Now James Ward puts that ball over the bar and puts Mcloone a point ahead of their arch rivals and neighbours Carrick Macross. Thomas McDermott, please go away from the camera, please. But the full back for Carrick Macross, Sean Downey. And Sean Downey placed the ball, bought the kick out. And definitely I'd say Sean is kicking most of the balls out in the second half, because most of the scores are up there, and he kicks the ball 45 yards out. The two centre field men come, but John O'Dugan, the man from Domiski, kicks this ball up. Is this ball the whole distance, or is this ball gone wide? This ball's over the bar, and that is a brilliant point. I must say one of the best points here today, from about 45-50 metres out from John O'Dugan. The score now reads Mcloone 1-9, Carrick Macross 2-4. That's once again Sean Downey. Sean Downey prepares to take the kick out for Carrick Macross. It's a good kick. It's landed away beyond the 50-metre line. And the man with the ball is Shane Martin. Shane Martin has been fouled. A free to Mcloone. Up the field it goes. James Ward's going for it. James Ward doesn't have to go for it anymore, because James Ward has it. He kicks it right across the field as James Hand's under it. James Hand has the ball. James Hand's trying to get around this man. He throws the ball. He takes a shot. The shot is looking good. The shot is gone off the post, but the ball is still in play, and the Carrick Macross back comes out with this quickly, and it's blocked down, and James Hand has the ball again. Here James comes, trying to get by his man. James, two Carrick Macross man. Oh, beautiful ball back in the Shane Martin. Shane Martin has kicked that ball wide to the right of the post and gone wide. About 19 minutes gone in this Clancy Cup final. The ball is kicked out. It's a low ball. It's into Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan kicks the ball back out here. It's right here under it. They're going for it. The Carrick, the Mcloone man. The ball is still on the ground, but the man that is going to get the ball is Gary Clark. Gary Clark with the ball. He has the ball. He passes it back in. Oh, it's well intercepted by Daniel Riley, and Daniel Riley has kicked the ball out over the line, and it's a free for Carrick Macross. In fact, it's a free from Carrick Macross from where the ball was kicked. He's booking a Carrick Macross player. At this moment, I don't know what happened, but there's a Carrick Macross player. I didn't see that. I was following the ball, but there's a Carrick Macross player off the field. And the man that is getting an early shower is Simon Ward from Carrick Macross. And Simon is not at all happy with the referee's decision. I don't know what happened. I don't think it was anything serious. But we followed the play. Back in again. John O'Dugan with the ball. And John O'Dugan catches the ball. And it's a free again, Mcloone. What happened there, I do not know, because John O definitely went up with the ball and caught the ball behind the Carrick Macross man, but we follow now, and Declan Finnegan with the ball. Declan Finnegan kicks the ball back in, and the man who's going for the ball is Gary McMahon. Gary McMahon has the ball. Gary McMahon kicks the ball back up the field here. It's back into the hands of Mcloone man. And the man with the ball now is Paul Byrne. Paul Byrne kicks the ball. Gary Owen but 45 yards out from the Carrick Macross post. But the ball kicked in there by James Ward. James Ward into the goalie. The goalie, Ronan Kiernan, kicks the ball back out the field. The ball is on the ground. The man going for it he's Shane Martin. Shane Martin looks over, looks for a loose man, and the loose man is John O'Dugan, and John O'Dugan takes a shot, and John O'Dugan sends that ball harmlessly wide. The score, 1 goal and 9 points for Mcloone, and 2 goals and 4 points for Carrick Macross. That's 12 points to 10 points. A 2-point lead for Mcloone as Sean Downey, the Carrick Macross full-back, takes this kick out. The kick out is good as far as you're from Carrick. It's Stephen Boylan. Stephen Boylan back up the field, and it's into Owen Duffy. And Owen Duffy getting by his counterpart man, Paul Byrne. Owen Duffy still with the ball. Gone 2, 3, 4 Mcloone men. Owen Duffy still with the ball, but he has to get by a Mcloone man, and that is young Daniel Riley. And Riley has been deemed the foul, the Carrick Macross player, and a free for Carrick Macross, just on the 20-metre line. And it's dead straight in front to the post. And the man to take this free is Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon from Carrick Macross takes a quick free into Declan Finnegan, and Declan Finnegan has sent that ball wide, and one wonders why that man did that, because he was definitely within his range to score a point from that angle. 23 and a half minutes gone out of 30 minutes. The Carrick Macross player that was sent off, he's still down there at the bottom of the goal, still given out, but we follow the play, and we follow with Ronan McDermott. Ronan McDermott, the Mcloone captain, to take the kick out. The kick out, but 45 yards out. The hands go up, but the hands that has it is this young Dugan again. John O'Dugan from Tomiski kicks the ball back up. A brilliant ball into young Ward. Young Ward takes a shot. It's a goalkeeper's ball. The goalkeeper with the sun in his eye, and he kicks the ball back out. Back out the field. The ball is on the ground, but the man who has the ball is Mcloone. But the man with the ball he overplayed the ball there, and he was Gavin Dugan, and Gavin Dugan was penalised for overplaying the ball. The Mentals are on the field, away out in the field. Now Jerry Jones has joined them away out in the field. As we follow the play, and the man has the ball from Carrick Macross, he kicks the ball back up the field here in under it. The Carrick Macross man has the ball. He is Gary Clark. Gary Clark in dangerous for Mcloone, number 12 for Carrick Macross. Takes the back, and the ball has gone into the back of the Mcloone net. I must say, Jack Farnell let that one roll in front of him. But the man to score that goal is Gavin McMahon, and now we have a thriller in our hand. We have a thriller in our hand at this time. 13 points to 12 points. Mcloone will be behind by 1 point. There's a boot gone in there, and the referee quite right. The free to Carrick Macross, and the man with the ball is Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy from Carrick Macross, centre of the field, kicks the ball back up the field. He's found his man. A good kick. He kicks the ball back in. No one has for Carrick Macross. Is he going for a goal? It's out at Mcloone goalkeeper's boot. It's danger for Mcloone, but the man has the ball is young Daniel Riley, Daniel O'Donnell, and Daniel Riley kicks the ball back out here under us, and Shane Martin has the ball. Shane Martin loses the ball. The ball has gone into Mark Downey. Mark Downey from Carrick Macross. 2 loose Carrick Macross men over there. One of them has it. The man that has it is Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan. There's a man injured here from Mcloone. The referee doesn't see it, and there's a free in the Carrick Macross. And it's a free in the Carrick Macross. The man that's injured here, I think, is Shane Martin. Under us. Right. Well, Shane Martin, the man that was injured down there, is alright, but the referee, I must compliment him again, having a great game here in Annamullen. Mark Downey's away in the middle of the field there. He's only a mentor, he's not a player. The ball is kicked from the Carrick Macross man, and the ball is kicked over the bar. 2 minutes ago, Mcloone were 2 points ahead, and now it's Carrick Macross that's 2 points ahead in this Clancy Cup final. We're into the last, under the 5 minutes, but 4.5 minutes to go in this Cup final here in Annamullen. The ball's at the centre of the field. The Carrick Macross man seemed to touch the ball on the ground. but he gets away with it. He passed the ball back into his counterpart, and his Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan playing a great big game. It's into Gavin McMahon. Gavin McMahon kicks the ball back up. The man is going for the ball. He almost got it. It's knocked down, but the goalkeeper came out. Goalkeeper came out on time. The man going there is Kieran Burns. Kieran Burns with the ball. And Kieran still has the ball. He's gone 20-30 yards out. Kieran takes the shot up. The shot has gone in here on the to Brendan Martin. Brendan Martin kicks the ball to put Mcloone in pressing, but Mcloone's not pressing because Carrick McCross has the man. The ball's very near the line, but the Carrick McCross keeps the ball in play. The Mcloone man with the ball, he's James Ward. James is still with the ball. James is foul, and that's a free in for Mcloone. And who will take this? Will James take this himself? About 3.5 minutes to go in this Clancy Cup final. James Ward with the ball. Mcloone are behind by 2 points. They're trailing. About 30 yards out from James Ward. The sun in his back. No wind. James is sent further back by the referee, and James comes up to take this kick. This kick is fatal. This kick looks good. This kick is good, and this kick is over the bar to narrow this game to 1 point. I said earlier, what was the betting on the draw? And it's looking very like it. $110 for Mcloone, 13 points, 3-5 for Carrick McCross. That is 14 points. 3 minutes left in the game. Clancy Cup final, centre field, and John O'Dugan has the ball, and John O'Dugan kicks the ball back in. There's no one there, only Carrick McCross men, and the Carrick McCross full back has it. And what a time to catch a ball and clear it out. It's Sean Downey, and Sean Downey kicks the ball back out. Young Dugan says thank you for that, and he is not Dugan, young Gary McMahon, but he is deemed by over carrying the ball or overplaying the ball, as some people might say, and it's a free to Carrick McCross. On the 55 metre line, the man with the ball from Carrick McCross, he's Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy with the ball, he's in no hurry. Would you be in a hurry and you win and be a pint in a couple of minutes left in the game? Only Duffy kicks the ball back in and up the field. The man that has the ball is from Mcloone. What number? I can't see him here. The Carrick McCross player down, and surely the referee must put a stop to this while he's down. But the man with the ball is number 8, and he's Finnegan. Finnegan takes a shot, and Finnegan sends that ball over the bar to put Carrick McCross leading by once again 2 points. The player that's down, I think I don't know, it's number 11 as far as I know, but he's down. And it's not, there's number 12, number 11 is not there. We're into the last minute of this Clancy Cup final. It's number 30, Mark O'Reilly, that was down, but Mark O'Reilly's up. The score, 3 goals and 6 points for the Carrick McCross boys. 1 goal and 10 points for Mcloone. That's 13 points to 15 points. And we're in the last minute of this game. I'm sure the referee has a watch stop because there could be a couple of minutes of injury time. Jerry O'Reilly coming back in and the mental draw coming back in. But no matter who wins this game, it was a brilliant game and it was a brilliant cup final. Well refereed, and two hard teams and 2 good teams and well matched teams and 2 very close neighbours. As young McDermott takes a kick out, this ball is fatal for Mcloone to get it this time, but the ball is caught, the ball is blocked down, and the man with the ball is Shane Martin. Shane Martin playing a great game, but number 7 out. Shane Martin's kick is blocked down there, but Carrick McCross have it, and the man that has the ball is Declan Finnegan. Declan Finnegan backs the ball back up to John O'Dugan, and John O'Dugan takes the ball in, but the Carrick McCross man has it. He kicks it back in, but Carrick McCross on the pressing again, but once again Shane Martin with the ball, kicks the ball back up the field. Oh, beautiful catch there by Paul Byrne, and Paul Byrne kicks the ball back up the field here. Hands go up, the hands come down, and the ball goes up and the ball comes down, and the man with the ball is Barry McAnally, and Barry McAnally from Carrick McCross, and Barry is foul, and it's a free up to Carrick McCross. We're in injury time. We're at the referee's discretion. Sean Downey from the Carrick McCross, the full back from Carrick, kicks the kick out, and Carrick McCross is waiting on a whistle. Mcloone doesn't want a whistle because they're 2 points behind. The man with the ball can carry him across. He is number 9. He's Owen Duffy. Owen Duffy kicks the ball back in. There's a push in the back there, and you could see that in Shercock, and the referee seen it in the field. And the man with the ball now is from Mcloone, Ronan McDermott. They need a big kick. They need a good kick into the forwards. The ball is gone in. The forwards, the backs. The man goes up for it from Mcloone, but he doesn't hold on to it. The man that holds on to is Mark Downey from the Carrick Macross club. The ball is loose. The man with the ball is number 14. Is Thomas McGuinness. Thomas McGuinness going through. He's still gone through. Has he gone too far with the ball? He should have kicked it, and definitely that's a free, and there's a free up the field for Carrick Macross, and there's a man going to get a yellow card for that, and that man is James Hand from Crumlin. We're gone in, what, Patsy, to injury time? We're gone 32 and a half minutes into injury time. So the referee shows the yellow card to James Hand. And the man with the ball is Sean Downey. Sean Downey to take this kick. They're all waiting on a final whistle here, but the final whistle didn't go yet. The full back goes up for Mcloone. Here's Ronan McDermott. Ronan McDermott comes up the field, and Ronan McDermott has been fouled. And Ronan McDermott seems to be injured there. And it's these injuries we don't want to see in any football, but they're all accidentally. They're all complete accident. Ronan is up. Could be winning, he is. And Mcloone, I think at this moment, need a goal, because we're 33 minutes into the second half. A ball kick, it's Ronan McDermott kicks the ball up the field. It's gone into Shane Martin. Shane Martin goes to the left of the post, right of the post. This ball has gone straight over the bar, and it's narrowed it down to the thinnest of margins, narrowed down to 1 point. 3-7 from Carrick Macross, 1-10 for Mcloone. 13 16. As the ball is kicked out by Sean Downey, and that's the final whistle on Carrick Macross. Carrick Macross have taken this Clancy Cup. I must say, it was a hard-fought game, and it was anyone's game. Carrick Macross got 2 goals, maybe you get in the run of play, but and underage football, a goal can go in, but it was a great game of football, and maybe Carrick Macross did maybe deserve the victory at the end of the day.
Firstly, on behalf of Board No, I'd like to thank all you for coming here today. I thank both these teams have produced a wonderful game of football. I think they're both credit to their clubs and also to their mentors. I'd like to compliment the mentors on the work they've done and getting both teams here today. Also to the referee today and the officials. To the Anna Mullen Club for hosting the final excellent conditions. I'm now going to call on Declan Finnegan, the winner of the Carrick Macross team, to present the cup.
Just like to thank Jerry and Mark Downey for training us all day, put in a big effort, and team, good work, and like to thank the ref and Anna Mullen for doing the game for us. Like to thank Mcloone for a good game. Hard, but 3 cheers for Mcloone. Hip hip! Hip hip!
And with me now we have the chairman of the Carrick Juvenile Club, Eugene Gannon, and a proud father of son Jonathan, who scored one of the last points there. Eugene, well, what's the verdict now?
It was a good game, a hard, tight game, and I'd say probably what stood to us in the finish of it was we had to qualify in a long qualifying period where we had to play Monaghan twice to get into 4th spot. And I'd say today that extra game would have made all the difference to us. And Mcloone put up a good performance. And I suppose the best team won on.
Some solid individual performance. If you had to pick out 1 or 2, who would you go for?
I'd say Sean Downey was probably very good in the back line. He welded that back line a lot. And his 2 cornerbacks definitely gave him great assistance. The rest of the men built tried their best. Not as good a performance, I'd say, from that line out as we've seen from them before. But that's what a team is about. One man's down, another man's up. And that's what they did.
In a broader context, looking at the 30 players out there, we'll say, would there be a future for minors there on the Monaghan panel? Would you see some on both sides?
Well, I could see a good many from both teams, because them two teams have been in semi-finals and finals for the last 4 years, and that team we have today was down at Bain, and Mcloone have always given us a very hard game. I could see at least 5, 6 of them making any minor panel in the League Cup if they keep at it, and I hope to do.
Good man, Eugene.
Thanks very much.
Okay, Eugene, thank you. Right, with me now is Paddy Lonigan, another proud father. Your man went well tonight. Would you be happy enough with it?
I would be very happy with the result anyway, Joseph. I thought Arful had a very good second half. Like the rest of them, it was a wee bit slow to start. It wasn't the best game we played all year. Probably the last 3 games we were spoiled with the football they were playing. To draw with Mcloone, to get into the playoffs, to beat Monaghan in the playoff, to beat Scotstoun, who hadn't been beaten all year, to get to the final. But these lads, Carrick and Mcloone, that's the 3rd final I think they've been against each other in these 2 particular teams. Carrick, lucky enough, have been going the results of 2 of them. Thanks very much. A great one.
You're happy with that, Paddy?
We have your lamp there.
I have two men with me here now, a Mcloone and a Carrick. And Paddy, you're from the defeated side. What did you feel tonight?
I just say it was a good game of football, and a credit to both teams and both mentors, and it's great to see Division 1 football still high in Monaghan at juvenile and underage level.
Yeah, I was just saying there to the Carrick lads that played. I could pick out some of the fellas who played. Who would you feel played well for your own team, Mcloone, tonight?
Well, Shane Martin and James Ward, and there was a number of lads. Daniel Riley, a lot of good individual players. You know, we may not have the pick maybe that Carrick has, and you know, a couple of lads small in calibre there, but good at heart.
Yeah, there was great heart from both sides. There was some great football, and in the last 10 minutes, I think we all get carried. We'd forget that they're juveniles, but they seem to have better brains than a lot of us.
They certainly have, and a good disciplined game, and they played the ball and they played for their clubs. You know.
Another man, a man that always gets, I think, bad comment, but I think he was excellent. He was the referee. Would you agree with that?
He stamped his authority early on in the game. Didn't let any mowing and dragging go on, and that seems to be the policy with referees now. And again, we hope that standard will continue, and that the referees will be at one on that, especially with dragging around the neck and that sort of thing.
That's right, Paddy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, Paddy. So that's it from Anna Mullen here tonight. The final score, Carrick across 3-6, a total of 15. Mcloone won 11, a total of 14. So the Clancy Cup returns to Carrick Macross. I just can't say off the top of my head when the last time Carrick won it, but I don't think it's that long ago. I like to say, just to remind people, I was on a winning team in the Clancy Cup many, many years ago. Thank you.